everyone. Welcome to another webisode of my story where I tell my life story in 15-minute webisodes. So thank you so much for being here. I am on the tough parts of my life, the parts that I would rather erase. I think that we have the power to erase, but no regrets. I'm not going to go back. It is what it is, and I want to leave it as it is because of the lessons that I learned. I'm grateful for the lessons that I learned for going through the hardships that I went through. But anyway, just to recap what I'm going through, I'm married, and I married a soldier, and the soldier has gone away at war. I have his baby, but I also have 2 other babies with another man. This man finally got visitation of those babies. They were 5 and 3 at the time of his first visitation. And he got a full month with the kids. And in that month, apparently the kids told me, or one of them told me that he had touched them inappropriately, and it wasn't right. And I took action, and I also ended up losing my job because I had to take action about that. And I then spiraled into a pity party. I also was under doggy daycare, I guess, watch. I was under doggy watch because my pit bull was in an accident. And they thought that I was fighting him, so they had to watch and make sure that I was not fighting my pit bull. Me, my little 5'1" self, and my 3 daughters, 3 toddlers, 3 baby girls, and my pit bull. And I was spiraling. I was blaming Zach for everything that wasn't right in my life. I wasn't focusing on anything that was right in my life. I was only focusing on what was wrong in my life. And I was spiraling. I just was. And after the doggy daycare, doggy watch, or whatever it was over, I was kind of depressed and alone and everything. And I decided to go buy a puppy. Because I had quite a bit of money. And so I decided to go buy a puppy. And this is the first time I'd ever spent money on buying a dog. I usually would... this much money. If I want a pit bull, I'm willing to pay like $100 for a pit bull puppy because I think that it's important, and people misuse pits. They really do all the time. So I'm willing to pay for a dog, but not like outrageous amounts. This dog I paid like $1,000 for. It was a purebred Rottweiler puppy, and it was a male, and I was just so in love with this dog. I had to drive hours to go pick him up with my daughters. I was like, we're gonna go get a puppy, and they're like, really? And I was like, yeah. We just drove and drove and drove. They were like, I thought we were getting a puppy. I'm like, yeah, we are. But we went and got a Rottweiler, and I love this Rottweiler. And yeah, so yeah, I think that I was recapping, and now I've just like went into talking about my story, so sorry about that. Nothing here is very professional, not in the my story part, not at all. But it's just, I'm trying to be real. I'd rather be real than professional with my story. Although my story is fictional, it's not a real story. Please understand that. So I'm not sure if I told you guys yet or not, but basically I spiraled into such a depression. And it was pretty bad, and I was relying on friends from back home. I really didn't have very many friends here in this state, and the Army wife stuff just wasn't working out at all. The drama there, it was better for me to stay out of it than to be involved in it. And so it just, I decided to move back home. Once I had the blessing of Dave, there was no turning back. I'm going to move back home. Although that was incredibly stupid of me. I wish that I could have just hung on. Oh my gosh, I really would. I don't wish that I could change anything. No regrets. No regrets. We're not having regrets. Even though I should have regrets, especially coming up. But anyway, all right, guys. So I decided to move back home with the kids, and that meant that because we were in a rent-to-own agreement, I had to pay them money to get out of the contract, like $10,000. It's crazy, but whatever. I just didn't care back then. I was throwing money around. Oh my goodness, like crazy back then, because like I said, I was working for Larry and Robert. And Larry and Robert, they actually had people working for them all over the country. And they basically, I told them that I was moving back, and I was like, I'm not going to be going back and forth here or anything like that. But they told me that the state right above mine, that there's some people there that I could hook up with. And basically, I go in and I grab some stuff, and then I hook up with some people in my state, and I'm just trading bags of flowers for bags of money. And so I was like, cool. I'm down with that. So whenever I moved back, that was my job. But I did not want to do that full time at all. I didn't want that to be my full time at all. But what I did do with the first couple months I looked up what the fine would be if I got caught with the maximum fine, and I put that in a savings account, and I bought myself a lawyer. I put a lawyer on retainer, criminal lawyer, just in case something happened. So, but anyway, my sister is the one who convinced me to move down there, and I was scared of Zach, because, like, they had found it true that Zach had messed with the girls, but they decided since they don't live in that state, it wasn't a big deal. And I let them know that we were moving up there, but by that time, the way that the system works, it had gone through the system, and it was done. It was dealt with. They decided it's true, and he can move on with his life, and we can move on with our life. So that's just how the system is, guys. Don't tell me it's not. I lived through it. That's how the fictional system is in my fictional story. So that's just how it is. So I expected Zach to be calling me and to be asking for his visitation, and he never did. He called me that one time, the one time where he let me know that, he did it, and he's proud that he did it, and, he'll never say that again, I guess, but he does say it again to me, but, yeah. So he never called again, and I'm not going to call him and ask him if he wants his visitation. I'm not going to show up at his door. Like, I'm not wanting him to do visitation anymore anyway, period. So he never did call me. He never did attempt to come see the girls. He never attempted to have another visitation. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it from there. And I moved back home. And whenever I moved back home, I was hanging out with Brianna, and who I also hung out with during the visitation time. She's the one who told me to take my oldest daughter to the doctor whenever she had that bullseye on her chest. And it turned out to be a tick bite that just kind of went crazy. But, so, yeah, I was hanging out with Brianna, like, all the time. And Brianna, basically, we knew that my husband, his tour would be over. I knew that my husband, his tour would be over, and then he had a couple months where he had to stay in, and then he would be out of the military and be moving back home with me. And we were going to use his VA loan to try to find a home. But we didn't necessarily have a home yet. So I would stay with my dad a whole lot, but I would stay with Brianna a whole lot more. So it was getting time that school was going to start, and it was my oldest daughter's time to start kindergarten. I went to so many schools, y'all. It's in my story. I don't know if y'all can count it up. I don't know if I put it out there exactly, but it was 33 different schools that I attended growing up, and it was just not fun. And I feel like I don't have those lifelong adult friendships that everyone else has, because they grew up with people, and I grew up with everyone everywhere, and I never did like that. So wherever my kids was going to start school, I was going to make sure that they finished school there. And the school that I wanted to put her in, Brianna's school district, was a really good school district. Brianna agreed with me with her kids. She wanted her kids to go to the same school. But she didn't want them to go to the school district that my dad was living in. That was the one that she went to, and she didn't like it. I went there like a couple years, but I liked it, but whatever. I liked all of them, I guess. Anyway, so Brianna convinces me to use her address to enroll my daughter into school, and so we enroll her into school. And by the time that the school started, I started hanging out with another girl who also had a kindergartner in my daughter's class, and she just lived right down the street from the school, and I would stay at her house most days. I was like always there, and I wasn't hanging out with Brianna near as much. And then just 2 months into the school starting, I get called into the office, and they said that someone told them that I don't actually live in the school district, and so my daughter has to be thrown out of the school, which was so devastating for me because I didn't want that to happen to my kids ever, and I was absolutely certain that it was Brianna. I don't know now. I never did get any proof that it was her, except for I believed that it was her, and so I was so angry at her. I was just like, you can mess with my life all you want, but don't mess with my kid's life. And whenever the school called me in, I am, fight, flight type of person. And we've learned there's fight, flight, freeze. There's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. That's me. I'm the fawner, and I do not like confrontation at all. So whenever the school called me in, I wish that I would have explained to them the situation, how my husband's in war. We're going to be buying a home in this school district for sure. Right now I'm staying with friends and family. I don't actually have a home. I'm just trying, and I will make sure that my daughter gets the best stability to be able to do her schoolwork. But back then it wasn't in me, and I was just like, yes, okay, we'll leave. And so I immediately left, and I put her into the school district that my dad lived in, and I started staying with my dad all the time. So she had to switch schools, and that was harsh on me because I wasn't expecting. I was thinking, we're just 2 months into the beginning of school, and it's kindergarten, so she can switch schools 2 months in kindergarten and be okay. But no, the kids did make fun of her. They called her five head, and I've never wanted to hurt a kid in my life until now, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the weirdest feeling. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. She was making really good friends in the other school, and then now they're all making fun of her in this school, and I was so mad at Brianna. I took it out on her, and I probably shouldn't have, but it is what it is. Again, no regrets. So many regrets to come still. Thank you guys so much for watching my story. We're out of time for today, but that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to finish my story with you guys. I'm so grateful that you're here. And until next time, be blessed with love. That's all. Wait a minute. No, that's not all she got. She got a little bit to say just here at the end, so hold on, folks. I just want to say really, really quick, I've got an exciting opportunity to share with you. As a student and a content creator, I pour my heart and my soul into each and every video, and I absolutely love bringing you all along on my crazy adventures. But creating quality content requires a lot of time, effort, and resources. But that's where you can come in. If you enjoy my videos and want to share your support, I've set up a few ways for you to contribute and become an even more integral part of the Mystic Hillbilly community. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me to continue doing what I love most. First of all, I have a few donation options available to you. If you'd like to make a one-time contribution, you can find the links to my Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal in the video descriptions. And every single donation, no matter how big or small, truly makes a difference and allows me to create even more exciting content for you all. But wait, there's more. I'm thrilled to introduce to you my Patreon membership, where for only $5.55 a month, you can gain access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content and outtakes from all my videos. As a Patreon supporter, you'll get to see all the edits and behind-the-scenes bloopers that didn't make it in the final cut. It's like having a VIP pass to the Mystic Hillbilly editing room. This is really something special for all my haters out there. As a member, you'll gain access to hours of footage of me making mistakes, doing everything wrong, and just having an all-around hilarious time. So, haters, if you ever want to see me in my most human, this is your golden opportunity. So, whether you choose to become a member or make a donation, know that your support is deeply appreciated. I genuinely thank each and every one of you for being a part of this amazing journey with me. Your positive energy and contributions mean everything to me. Before I go, I just want to take a moment to say that I pray that every blessing sent my way is multiplied and returned to the sender tenfold. May success find their way into your lives as you've brought them into mine. Thank you all so much for your support, and until next time, stay adventurous, stay curious, and always remember to keep the mystic in you alive. And now, that's all she got.